So I just had an epiphany for a food hack that just came out of nowhere. So I was craving Chinese buns, and a really popular Chinese bun is meat floss bun, right? It's basically just baked bread, and there's mayonnaise on top, and then there's meat floss, and it's really umami. It's like it has a subtle sweetness to it, and it tastes really good. I'm too lazy to go to a bakery, and I was like, why not try to make it at home, right? I'm not gonna bake bread, okay? I don't have that much time. So I had an idea, right? Why don't I just use sandwich bread? So let's see if this hack works. If you've never had meat floss is it's like one of the best condiments that you can put on, in my opinion, that you can put on anything. It's like super umami, and it's also like slightly sweetened too. So it almost has like the same effect as maybe like a maple bacon type thing. So it is made out of pork, but yeah, it basically has like the same effect as maple bacon. This is what it looks like if you buy it at Costco, but they have multiple different brands, obviously, right? This is just the one that you would get at Costco, so it should be relatively accessible if you have a Costco nearby. So I'm just gonna get my bread, right? I'm gonna put some mayonnaise on it. Or actually, do I toast it first and then put mayonnaise? I think I should toast this first, and then I'll spread mayonnaise and then layer the meat floss on top. Just because I'm too lazy to go to an Asian bakery. Hey, why not? Let's see if it works. Here. Just anyone's fine. And then air fry, that's good enough, whatever. Just get toasty. Good enough. Okay, so it just toasted my bread. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Get your mayonnaise and just spread it on. Ooh. And if you've never been to like a Cantonese or like a Chinese bakery, there's so many good breads there. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I've grown up eating it, so like it just has a special place in my heart. But I really do recommend you at least trying it out. If you've never been to one, I recommend definitely the barbecue pork bun, which a lot of people have had. The pineapple bun, which is one of my favorites. A lot of people like the corn and ham bun. A lot of people like this meat floss bun. And I'm trying to think of other... Oh, I really like Chinese. I like Chinese hot dog buns more than just regular hot dogs. I don't know what it is. Maybe I go to bad hot dog places. But the bread is always like dry and crumbly. I don't know. Is that just my experience? But I really prefer Chinese hot dog buns over American hot dogs. You're gonna get this Chinese meat floss, which again, you can get this at like Costco. A lot of places actually sell it now, so you have no excuse. This is so good in like sandwiches. You can just put this on top of, I feel like you can even on top of like probably the texture might be kind of weird on top of salad, but like on top of like a sandwich, on top of pizza maybe, that'd be really good. Just to like crumble over stuff. Like, oh, in nachos. Basically just shredded meat, right? But like its texture is much more airy. Here, let me show you. So this is what the texture looks like, right? And it's really airy and fluffy, right? It's really, I don't know if you can see it. It's really like airy and fluffy, right? So it won't be like, it won't add too much, just make sure I'm not, okay. It won't add too much, it won't be like a weird texture in your sandwich. It just tastes really umami, tastes really good. So I'm just gonna take my bread. You don't need much because it's like a umami balm. So just like sprinkle a little bit on top, just enough to like cover the, like barely cover the mayonnaise. Probably a little bit more than this. So let's go a little bit more. This is my lazy man's yoksongbao, or lazy man's Chinese meat floss bun. I think everything's more or less there. I'm using some keto bread that was on sale, so the bread itself isn't fluffy. But if you're using like a shogupan or like a white bread, right, like a white sandwich bread, like Sara Lee or whatever, I'm sure that would be a lot softer, and it'll also like the sweetness of the bread will be more similar to the bread that you get at the Chinese bakeries. But even now I can tell that it's actually like basically the same thing. So why go to the store when you just make it at home for, took me 5 minutes. Took me 5 minutes. Chinese meat floss bun, Chinese yoksongbao. Who decided keto bread, man? Why did I bother? I just had an idea. What if I made it spicy? So I'm gonna add some salsa to it. Just gonna put this on top. So spicy yoksung-bao. Yeah, I think obviously the red salsa from Chipotle won't match the flavor or won't be as good as if you get like a sambal or if you get some type of like Chinese XO sauce. But I can see how that would work. The hot sauce adds like another like depth of flavor and like I guess another dimension to your otherwise just kind of sweet and savory. Now it's sweet, savory, and spicy. Ooh, alliteration. Yeah, try it out. Have a good one.